Let's time travel way back to the 1980s. I'm 3.5 years old, lying on a gravel driveway, my face ripped open. I'm lying here because moments ago a dog bit me and gave me a warning. He non-verbally told me to stop pestering him on this hot summer day. My parents picked me up, wrapped my face in a towel, and rushed me to the hospital. Here, a wizard surgeon named Dr. Weber spins magic with his hands, gives more than 100 stitches to me, and puts me back together. Days later, I look like this, and I begin to fear looking in the mirror. This face scares or at least startles my family, friends, and strangers too. I watch how others react to my appearance. I recognize the shock on their faces as they see mine. I'm quickly learning about empathy. Fast forward a few years. I'm in 2nd grade at San Antonio Elementary. On the playground, one student says, "Throw the ball, Scarface." Another one says, "Ew, you look like Frankenstein." They draw attention to how I'm different from them because of the way I look. But really, we are more like my friends than we are unalike, as Maya Angelou would remind us. Still, my classmates' words introduce a new kind of hurt to me. It's the kind of hurt that digs into my heart, not the kind that dug into my face. I'm angry, embarrassed, frustrated, but I don't name my emotions out loud. I hide them, like I wish I could hide my scars. Miss Cockrell, my teacher, sees what I try to hide. She observes how my anger acts as a barrier to my education, so she works with me to overcome my painful emotions. She works with me because she cares, because she's human. Miss Cockrell teaches me that scars show we can experience pain and persevere. Whether internal or external, our scars display we've grown beyond our wounds. Our scars are a powerful testament to our resiliency and our natural ability to self-heal. In short, Miss Cockrell teaches me our scars make us beautiful, and I begin to heal inside after I've long healed outside. End of our trip down memory lane. In 2nd grade, I learned about my times tables. I learned reading and writing, and I learned our scars make us beautiful. I learned these lessons and many others from a passionate, professional, exceptional teacher who saw me as a human, not just as her student. Miss Cockrell strayed from her lesson plan with me. She gave a little more time and attention, and she changed my life trajectory. Had she not taught me about our scars, I might be a very different person today. Maybe I'd still be wrestling with my anger, or embarrassed by my appearance, or frustrated with my fate, but I'm not. I'm at peace, because I know our scars make us beautiful. Thank you, Miss Cockrell, wherever you are, for the way you helped set me on a path that led me here today. Also, it's important to remember that my family reinforced this lesson with tremendous fidelity. I appreciate and honor the way they've supported all my learning throughout life. Consider my story I told, the lesson within it, and imagine how I might teach it differently. Good afternoon, class. Everyone please find your seats. Today we're learning about self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Well, it's being okay with who we are. Why does this matter? Because by overcoming challenges and negative emotions, we can better focus on other parts of life, like times tables, reading, writing, and higher academic performance. Some helpful reminders about self-confidence. Our imperfections make us perfect because they make us more human, and our scars make us beautiful. Please make a note of this, as this might be on the test. Of life. Now, I joke about this in an oversimplified way, but you get the point. When we remove humanity from lessons, we remove humanity from learning. We forget everything we study some way, somehow, involves real people. And when we focus just on the ideas or concepts, we start to distance ourselves from ourselves. This type of mental conditioning can lead us to being in the box. In the book, Leadership and Self-Deception, the Arbinger Institute defined being in the box as seeing people as a means to an end, obstacles to our goals, or things to manipulate to our advantage. In contrast, when we get out of the box, we see people as people. We honor who and how they are as humans. Today, some conversations about education focus on being in that box. Students are seen as statistics and test scores, numbers that must rise so our society functions. But what happens when we get out of the box? How will our conversations change when we see students as people, each as a creative being, each as a personal story? In my work, I have the good fortune to listen to community members talk about what they value in their schools, in their education, and in their future. They do this by sharing their personal stories, and they learn as they listen to the stories of others. One of the common themes that emerged from these dialogues focused on how often teachers and students switch roles, and teachers end up learning just as much from students as vice versa. Now, I speculate these students are teaching teachers through personal story. not by imparting the latest Common Core curriculum or referencing academic journals. All this to say, it's amazing when we open our minds, ears, and hearts how much the world will teach us. Next time you have a conversation about education, get out of the box. See students as people, like how Ms. Cockrell saw me. See families, teachers, principals, district administrators, and government leaders as people too. How will our discussions be different when we see all the pieces and the parts of the vast education system as people? And when you have these conversations, I challenge you to engage in civil public discourse. If you don't know where to start, why not begin with your personal story? Show us the beauty in your lessons and in your scars. Every day, I carry the lesson Ms. Cockrell and my family taught me. To me, my face is a reminder to be confident and humble, to be mindful, compassionate, and patient. Through my personal story, you learned why I think our scars make us beautiful. Through your personal story, what lesson will you teach us?